we're going to MonaMatthews. And you wonder, what is MonaMatthews? Well, it's a Nigerian shoe making factory. But be warned, we're not going to the actual factory, we're going to the showroom where you're going to see lots of lovely shoes for men and for women, casual, dressy, and the unique. So we're here with MonaMatthews. This is Mrs Abimbola Azeh. She's the brain behind MonaMatthews shoes.
Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to Girlfriends on Radio. My name is Kelechi Oke. We have a special guest in the house. Her name is Mrs Abimbola Azeh. Welcome back.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So you're welcome on board.
Okay, should we ask her what she does? What do you do, ma?
I'm a shoemaker.
I like that description.
Simple. Elaborate, please.
Okay. What kind of shoes do you
I make shoes.
You're a cobbler.
I don't know what they call it. Cobbler is English. Exactly.
cobbler and those that repair shoes.
Same money is one.
It's the same thing.
Same
But also, I make shoes for real people. Who is a fake person?
Unreal.
Unreal people have perfect fit. You know,
Okay.
like if you're a 41, someone sends you a pair of 41 from the UK, they fit.
Okay.
But real people have fits that one foot is 41 and the other one appears to be 41, but in reality this is
Are you for real?
Those are real
Real people.
with real feet.
Unreal.
Are you real?
Interesting.
No, I'm unreal.
Interesting.
I heard you say for real people or something like that.
I said I make shoes for real people.
Yes.
And what I meant by that statement is that shoe molds are made in practically perfect sizes. You know, shoe sizes are determined by the length of a person's feet, and when your feet are say 10 inches, then in some sizes that means you're a size 10, and then it's assumed that the width of your feet will be a certain number of inches as well. And there's an assumption that if your feet are 10 centimeters long, 10 inches long, that the breadth of your feet in front is a certain number of inches, and that your instep is also a certain number of inches, but it doesn't always work like that.
Because we have people that have flat feet.
There are people with flat feet, there are people with broad feet, there are people with high arches. We have people that have tapering toes, you know, like extremely long toes, you know, and things like that. So, real feet.
Today we are talking about International Women's Day and what it means to us, and that's why we have our special guest Mrs Abimbola Azeh to give us from her wealth of insights what International Women's Day means to her. But before we get to her, let's just go Tosi,
I have a new name. Taiwo. I'm having too much fun here.
What does International Women's Day say?
Well, I guess we have a lot of days celebrating women, and making us feel good and things like that. But today I just sat down, although it happened last week, but today I just sat down and I was thinking about it, that what exactly does International Women's Day, mean to me? It sounds all fancy, all elegant, or a cause, but I'm a woman. What does that mean to me? And the more I thought about it, I started asking myself questions. I've grown up in a world where people say it's a man's world, women should be submissive, women should, learn how to speak to men. I was watching India's Daughter the other day, and the man who raped this babe was saying that she had it coming. Why? Because she was dressed in a particular way, and good women are not dressed in a particular way, and then she was out of the house at 9 p.m. and at 9 p.m. a good woman should be in her house. So all these things got me thinking. But at the same time I realized that, in as much as we still have these issues, we have come a long way. The women folk globally have come a long way. I can go to the office, nobody has to tell me that, my place is in my father's house, I should go and sit down and do something. So I really think that, internationally, women are getting that voice, although we want it to be louder, but we're getting it.
Yeah. Well, for me, International Women's Day is like every social cause that they have to celebrate. You're coming from a certain point, and it's like a remembrance of where you're coming from and what is left to be done. So we're coming from a world where women were put under, for instance, in Saudi Arabia, people can't still drive, women can't still drive. You still have, they can't drive. You have other societies where women can't go to certain places. You have societies where women have to stay indoors. They can't, there are certain customs that just represent suppression of the woman as a human being, and so when you look at how far we've gone, you look at the various causes that have been fought for voting rights for women, the issues around, even in Nigeria, the Aba riots, where all our mothers went naked. When you look at all those things, it's worth celebrating the price that people have paid to give the future women a voice, and also to remind us that are in today to prepare for the woman of tomorrow. Look at her needs, think of where she's going, what she has to do, who she wants to be, and define a cause that works for her.
And our guest, Mrs. Azeh, what do you think? What does International Women's Day mean to you?
I think that's what has brought Nigeria, for instance, to where we are today, because when people begin to celebrate something that is not being impactful in this nation, and we're forced to look at the issues. And so I remember when they came back from the Beijing conference, and all that and all of that, and people were forced to listen, And then recently, I'm a Facebook person, so I read on a friend's Facebook page, he was talking about the fact that husbands should empower their wives. That a lot of men have confessed to him in recent times that their wives have been the ones sustaining their families, that they look good on the outside, but in reality the women are the ones who have been doing the work, bringing in the bacon and all of that.
So what was the vision behind MonaMatthews shoes?
There was really no vision. I mean, it's not like I had a dream that I wanted to make shoes or anything. No. It started first and foremost because I started making shoes for myself, because I couldn't find nice kind of shoes in my size, and I wasn't happy with what I was getting to buy in the market and things like that.
I have a question, so we celebrate women, we want women to have a voice, but what's that thin line between a liberated woman and a feminist? Because I think that now, men are still uncomfortable. I was talking to someone one day and he said, all I hear from women is, give us this, give us this, give us this. That can't you guys just, what exactly do you want? And in my mind, and I was asking him, I said, what exactly are you talking about? He said, as far as it's concerned, we want to rule the world. I said, no, we don't want to rule the world. So we
just want to rule our half of the world.
What's the difference between a liberated woman and a feminist? What exactly is a feminist anyway?
Okay, I think the liberated woman is not necessarily a feminist, but it's the person that can say what she wants, articulate her point, go for what she wants, irrespective of the odds, just like a man would. For me, the feminist cause was based on the times that they lived in. It had to be a revolution. It had to be a fight because everything you did was repressed as a woman. So people had to burst out. But in today's world, we now have the voice, right? That's what I believe.
This pair of shoes, what was the thinking behind making them? They're really pretty.
Thank you. Well, for this one, I was more like interested in the leather, the texture of the leather, and I wanted a design that would show as much of it as possible. Also, pointies have come back into fashion, but I wanted a pair that wasn't too high, so you could get, still have the look, but you still be like really comfortable and all of that. And then the skin is also in vogue at the moment.
Yes, because is it snake skin or something?
This is actually from a fish.
Kidding me?
No, it's got like tiny scales.
Okay.
Yes. So it's from some kind of fish.
All right. I like this blue pair. Very nice. These are like my kind of shoes.
Okay. Well, these are not our design originally.
Okay.
But it's something I saw online and I thought, oh, okay, we could start with the basic, and then my intention is as we go along, add some ornaments or some bling or something to it, or alter it as it was. So this is like a first sample.
Okay. But this one has ornaments and it has some bling to it.
Yes, this is the kind of thing that we do for like traditional wear.
Okay, the bridal.
Yes, doesn't even have to be bridal as such, but something you wear with a traditional outfit, bubaniro or long skirt and blouse or wrapper, double wrapper, that kind of thing, with a little bit of bling to add color and stuff to it.
Okay, I wanted to say very quickly that we're having that a bit of an argument outside. International Women's Day was first celebrated in 1911, but before then, National Women's Day was celebrated in
the US. 1909
in the US. Okay, I want to ask a question. Is it true that women are their worst enemies?
What does that even mean?
Mrs. Azeh, I want you to answer this question as a elder statesman.
Can you elaborate?
Because someone said, okay, someone gave me an example today that a woman wants to go for presidency. She buys the nomination form, and it's only one person that votes for her. And he as a man is even of the opinion that any woman will do a better job than a man. Any woman will do better job than all the men that are available now. He's a man, but we women don't believe that much in ourselves. And I couldn't even respond. That got me thinking I have to pause and sell out on it and all that. So what do you think, Mrs. Azeh?
I think to a very large extent, in cultural settings, for instance, where there are repressive traditions, like places where they cut the woman's hair when her husband died, his body, thank God for Ebola in a way.
Or even things like circumcision, where your grandmother will come and do it.
It's the women who do those things. Yeah. But you see, a lot of the women are doing it because one, this is what they've always known. Exactly. Two, even if they want to change it, they don't have the economic power to be independent. So
that's why they are worse enemies. What I mean is that
no. Okay, so I think what Kelechi is trying to say is that
why is that women? Is it true that women don't support
each other
when it comes
to a lot of envy
when it comes to
I think it's a subjective thing.
Yeah, because you know when I was telling you outside, so like she said, it's subjective. I don't see things that way. Because if women are their worst enemies, like it doesn't even make sense to me. I don't see a woman, I see a human being who needs love, who needs affection. Do you understand? So when it comes to saying women, it's people who are not enlightened, people who don't understand the gravity of being a human being, that will look at somebody else and say, because you're a woman, I hate you.
Well,
if I go into an office and I want to make a request, for instance, when I see a woman sitting at the desk, I don't automatically think she's going to say no to me because I'm a woman. I don't think like
in fact, I'm complimenting what she's wearing. That's what's on my mind.
Once I enter, I'm going to be like, your hair is beautiful, I like your makeup.
Because I felt that sometimes it's just untold beef.
Where's the beef coming from?
I don't get it. You know, sometimes some people feel that maybe because they're in some sort of position and then you show up at, quote unquote, for instance, an office.
It's an individual case.
Yeah. Trespassing in their space or something.
I don't think that's a woman
thing.
And then with men, so you now add sexual abuse.
Exactly.
But it is worse because the woman just.
At least the woman is not going to ask to sleep with you before she gives you the stuff.
Well, you never know.
You're either qualified or you're not qualified. That's a point. I want to ask Mrs. Abimbola one thing before we leave. In your industry, right, as a woman, how have you found it? You know, is it an industry that is dominated by men, or you know what's been your experience?
I started 13 years ago, and when I first started, when we went to the market, all the men, all the people selling shoe material were men. You know, but today, most of them are women. Their wives have taken over, and because of that, you can get turquoise blue. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have any issues with the men when you first started?
No, because like I said, I don't even think like that to start with. So also with even racial things, if I go into white, I don't think so. I don't see. It takes me a while to notice
perception is
like
so important.
Yes, you know. So I know that I was very well received and very much celebrated as like a woman who is in this industry, and I got all the support, and I still get all the support that I need from men and women.
Yeah. So I think perception is very key. If you believe that, like, I think Monica needs to change her mind.
But seriously,
if you go to this believing that there is beef, you will get beef.
And you yourself will have an attitude.
That's
what you're projecting.
No, some people see the beef. This is nothing.
Exactly.
You should even kill him in love.
Maybe she's having a bad day.
Exactly.
That is why I
am.
I don't want to cut you short, but the truth about it is that some people, the places that they've got to in their lives, the pyramid has been women that led them there. And for some people, it's been men and women didn't help them. So it's a perception thing. Human beings are different. Do you get? So a woman could be your helper, a woman could. It's a human thing. So you have to change that perception.
No,
you can't say.
Perception is an observation.
No, money, but you know what she do? It's real. It's actually real. What she said is real. It doesn't apply to her.
Yeah.
But people actually misbehave. But what I do when I see women misbehaving is I kill it with love. I start smiling.
It might just be a bad hormonal
And it doesn't mean that men are not their worst enemies either. You know what I even think, which is a question. I don't want to say. I would say it's a question. Could it be that it's men that are propagating the facts? That's, you know.
I don't even think it's any of
I agree with you, Kelechi.
That's men that
I agree with Kelechi.
That's information that women are the worst
You
enemies.
know,
I agree with Kelechi.
you know where it started from?
That's a
Maybe when the man started
question.
cheating
It's a
on a
question.
woman, and then the woman found out, and then she started getting angry. The man
Women
said,
like you
So it's probably not even real. Because for one, it was a man that asked me this
they
question.
play you against each other, and then now say you people are
Yeah,
fighting.
divide and rule. Yeah.
If I wanted to start designing shoes or going to the what one thing would you tell me that I needed?
I don't know. It has to be inborn.
That's being born.
I don't advise people to start designing shoes. Just like make a conscious effort to start it. I think if it's in you, it would have started coming out. You'd have either started sketching stuff, or you'd have played around with something, or you'd have tried to make something somewhere along the line.
Thank you very much for showing us your beautiful shoes and for spending some time with us.
It's been fantastic. Fantastic. So let's on that note, let's all say our goodbyes.
Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Girlfriends
Subscribe.
subscribe to our
The
YouTube channel, Girlfriends on Radio,
And celebrate every woman around you.
Yes,
every
please give a woman
day.
beside you a hug.
Okay.